Has the Putin-Xi partnership unleashed a new military platform capable of reshaping a future Taiwan invasion scenario? Taiwan's worst fears gain momentum as a massive next-generation heavy-lift helicopter moves closer to deployment. The Vladimir Putin-Xi Jinping axis accelerates development of a 6,000-meter high-altitude heavy-lift combat helicopter. The 38-ton aerial platform could emerge as China's ultimate troop and logistics lifter for future assault operations. The new Russia-China military project may significantly strengthen the PLA's ability to sustain a Taiwan assault campaign. The heavy-lift fleet is designed to transport troops, missiles, radars, and military equipment across extreme high-altitude terrain. Russia's Rostec and China's AVIC are moving ahead with a next-generation heavy-lift helicopter development program. Russian officials said the long-delayed program has now successfully passed the Chinese state audit review process. The project is now moving toward full joint development and future production, according to Defense Security Asia. Rostec official Viktor Kladuv said the aircraft will be a sensation once it eventually enters operational service. Analysts said the program could significantly transform China's high-altitude military logistics and mobility network. The helicopter is being specifically designed to support PLA operations across Tibet and the Himalayan frontier regions. The program is also being linked to China's longer-term force projection and contingency planning around Taiwan. The aircraft is being developed as a next-generation strategic heavy-lift helicopter for demanding military missions. The helicopter is expected to carry an external payload of around 14 to 16 tons during operations. Reports said the platform could feature a maximum takeoff weight between 38 and 42 tons when fully loaded. The aircraft is expected to operate at service ceilings between 5,700 and 6,000 meters above sea level. The helicopter is also expected to have an operational range of roughly 800 kilometers during missions. Analysts estimate the platform could maintain a cruising speed of around 270 kilometers per hour in flight. The mission profile includes high-altitude logistics, artillery transport, and rapid force mobility in remote regions. The helicopter is specifically designed for operations across the Tibetan Plateau, Himalayas, and frontier warfare zones. Russia is expected to provide key gearbox, transmission, and engine technologies for the aircraft program. China, meanwhile, is expected to handle primary funding, development responsibilities, and eventual mass production of the fleet. Reports suggest the long-term program could eventually produce around 200 helicopters for operational deployment. Analysts said the project reflects China's broader shift toward sustained high-altitude and distributed warfare operations. Military experts noted that thin air conditions above 4,000 meters limit the performance of conventional helicopters. The new platform is reportedly being engineered specifically for operations in low-density air environments at extreme altitudes. Russia is expected to provide advanced PD-12V turboshaft engines for the heavy-lift helicopter program. Moscow will also reportedly supply the helicopter's main gearbox and complex power transmission systems. Analysts said heavy-lift transmission systems remain among the most difficult areas in helicopter engineering today. Reports said China increasingly turned to Russia after Ukrainian motor-switch engines became unavailable in recent years. The program also marks a shift from traditional buyer-seller ties toward deeper Russia-China weapons co-development. Observers said the project reflects broader efforts by both countries to resist Western sanctions and technology restrictions. Military analysts believe the helicopter could support future Taiwan airfield recovery and rapid reinforcement operations. Observers have compared the program to America's CH-53K King Stallion heavy-lift helicopter currently in U.S. service. Unlike many Western systems, the Sino-Russian platform is believed to be optimized for plateau warfare conditions. The project has remained under development since 2015 following years of negotiations over design and industrial control. Analysts said the slow progress also reflects the extreme complexity of modern heavy-lift rotary aviation projects. Observers believe the program could become one of the most strategic non-Western aerospace projects of the decade. The United States has formally paused a $14 billion arms sale to Taiwan, even as tensions with China continue to soar in the Taiwan Strait and beyond. The update was delivered by the U.S. Navy's acting secretary, Hung Cao, during a Senate hearing on May 21st, putting the decision on the public record. Cao explained that the pause was intended to conserve munitions for America's ongoing war on Iran, arguing that U.S. forces must be fully equipped for current operations. Hung Cao said, and I quote, "Right now, We're doing a pause in order to make sure we have the munitions we need for epic fury, which we have plenty. But we're just making sure we have everything. But then the foreign military sales will continue when the administration deems necessary." End quote. Cao also stated that the decision to move forward with the Taiwan sale would ultimately be made by Secretary of War Pete Hegseth and Secretary of State Marco Rubio. A senior analyst warned that the pause will likely exacerbate anxiety in Taiwan, where leaders already question how reliable US backing will be in a crisis. The same analyst argued it will make it harder for Taipei to ask its own legislature for additional defense budget in future, because lawmakers will point to stalled US deliveries. Meanwhile, Taiwanese Premier Cho Jung-tai told reporters that Taipei will continue to pursue arms purchases, insisting Taiwan has no choice but to keep strengthening its defenses. Trump confirmed that he discussed the proposed arms sale with Xi Jinping during their talks in Beijing, indicating that Taiwan featured directly in his negotiations with China's leader. After that meeting, Trump publicly stated that he may or may not approve the package, leaving the fate of the deal deliberately ambiguous. The US president was also expected to speak with his Taiwanese counterpart about the sale, a conversation that could shape Taipei's expectations and strategy. If it eventually goes ahead, the $14 billion weapons package would be the largest single arms transfer to Taiwan in US history. The US Congress approved the package back in January 2026, but under American law the sale still requires a final sign-off from the president to move forward. Previously, in December 2025, Trump had approved an $11 billion arms package for Taiwan, underscoring how dramatic a shift this latest pause appears to be. Trump's public hint that he might call Taiwan's President Lai now puts immediate pressure on Beijing's long-stated red line, barely a week after his supposed reset summit with Xi. On May 21st, China reiterated that it firmly opposes any form of official US contact with Taiwan's leadership, repeating a position that underpins its entire approach to the island. China's foreign ministry urged Washington to implement what it called the heads of state consensus reached in Beijing, implying that a Trump-Lai call would violate understandings from the summit. Officials called on the United States to handle the Taiwan issue with prudence and to show that caution through concrete actions, not just reassuring words. Beijing warned that any direct Trump-Lai conversation would cross a red line and could undo the limited progress made in de-escalating tensions at the recent leaders' meeting.
China firmly opposes the United States engaging in official exchanges with the Taiwan region of China and resolutely opposes U.S. arms sales to Taiwan. This position has always been consistent, clear, and unwavering. China urges the United States to honor the important consensus reached at the summit between the leaders of China and the United States, fulfill the commitments and undertakings it has made, handle the Taiwan issue with the utmost prudence, stop sending wrong signals to Taiwan independent separatist forces, and take concrete actions to uphold peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait and maintain the stable development of China-US relations.